Hey everybody, hope you guys are doing well and welcome to Hex Token channel. Your host Superman in the house as always. And have I got a special guest for you? Someone that's been building a lot leading up over the last 2 years, and of course has a terrific platform, InvestDex. So we're going to be talking to the founder of InvestDex, the first crypto workstation on Pulsechain with DeFi focus. And of course, it also has multi-chain as well. We're going to get into all that. It's really, really cool. One of my favorite platform sites. So it really is a pleasure to have the founder on with us. So we're going to get into that in a minute. Hope you guys are doing great out there. It really does look like Pulsechain's about to do the big turning event, doesn't it? Looks like a breakout on the frontier. We're going to get into that in the second half of the live show. So the first half will be on InvestDex interview, learning all about that amazing protocol. And then, of course, the second half, we're going to get into all the markets and some other projects that are out there. We've got 4 top projects we're going to be talking about today with some amazing updates. But of course, we're spending at least the first half of the live stream with InvestDex there. So stay tuned for all that. It's going to be a lot of fun. All right, let's bring on InvestDex. We're going to change the format here a little bit. So before we do that, let me just say hello to a few people. We've got Lice Beneath in the house. How are you today? Good to see you. Welcome to the chat there. And of course, the golden crypto strategy, the Hex, EHEX, PLSX incentive for the win. 100% on that. Welcome to the chat. And of course, Hex enthusiast, yo. Good to see you. AZ Electric says, looking forward to this interview as well. And me too. We got Rockin' Mountain as well. Hello, can't count on the market to do what we want, but we can always count on Hex Token to stream. That is true. Every single day we stream. Dan's in the house as well. 10,000x incoming. I like that. That sounds really pumpalicious. And we got Wookie as well. Wookie is invested in Hex. I know, Wookie, you are the main Hex man besides Brian. I'm sure Brian's going to compete with you on that one. We got Joey Torres as well. What's up? Good to see you, Joey. Welcome to the chat. Capelago as well. Hi, all. Good to see you also. I see green candles. Brennan says, morning, Superman and family. Good to see Brennan. We got Sandy Beach, an influencer in the house. Good to see Sandy Beach. Welcome to the chat as well. A big hello from Sandy. We got Paul O'Shea as well. Hello, all. Good to see Paul. Who else is in there? Bob Wells. Welcome. And Hexcavator. Howdy, folks. 20 tons. Now, Hexcavator knows what I'm talking about there. And we got Jenna in as well in house. Good morning. Listening from what? Snowy Mountains today. Woohoo! I like that. I hope you're keeping warm there, though, in the old Snowy Mountains. All right, welcome, everybody. Let's bring on our special guest, the founder of InvestDex. Let's set up things, a few things here first. And of course, we're going to go for gold. Bam. Let's go. All right. Welcome.
Hello. How are you
Hello,
guys?
big world.
Nice one, Superman. Thanks for having me on. Big shout
Cheers.
out to the Hex Token community as well. You guys are a great community. I have to give you a special shout out to your channel and yourself. I really enjoy your show. I think you probably see that a lot of the members in your community will always see InvestDex in the saying hello everyone from the UK. That's us. And yeah, I really like the shows. You guys remind me of like Hex in the early days, when you had that excitement and you just keep it going, and yeah, like you mentioned before, it feels like something big is happening, and yeah, I have to give you a big shout out.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, it is getting exciting, and it is great. One thing I guess we do on this channel is document the history of Pulsechain as it's growing up, so it really is cool. So really nice on that. All right, let me just delete one of these comments. Boom. All right, cool. We got a few others in there. We got Ahmed in the house there. Hi, everybody. Good to see Ahmed. And we got KD as well. KD as well in the house. Good to see you. Hey, one thing I would say is, so tell us a little bit about yourself, InvestDex, in terms of your background and what you've been building, and then we'll get in. I guess we'll get in and have a look at your InvestDex protocol.
Yes, a quick intro about myself. That my friends call me Dynamic, so you guys can call me Dynamic. CEO founder of InvestDex, based in the UK. We have like a remote company, so we have devs scattered around in some in Europe, some in Asia, and some in London. We've been building InvestDex since 2021. Our TGE event was on the 14th of June, 2021. We did launch kind of like on the back end of the bull market, and so for the last 2 years we've just been building in the bear, and I think that's what's kind of raised our integrity levels, where people actually realize that we are actually here built real builders. We build for passion, and we are really trying to leave our legacy in the space. Recently this year we did manage to partner up with Floki Inu and Syscoin, and our market cap is I think 400k, but Floki's market cap is like 400 million. So that shows, that people do believe in our brand and what we stand for. So before I came into this crypto space 2017, I had moonbags. And what happened in 2018 when the market crashed, what happens, being a bit greedy like everybody gets, and the bags went into kind of dust. And what that dawned on me, I said to myself, I needed risk management. And over the year, I started 2018, started creating like trading bots and so forth, and trading algorithms based on like Pine scripts. I don't know if you guys remember, there was Crypto Face had a market cipher indicator. We created something similar with Pine script. We automated it with free commas and so forth. We was doing that, integrated it with the trading view. And then what happened was I decided to create InvestDex. I wanted to utilize like traditional task management tools, which you would find commonly in like Monday.com, Asana, Trello, and integrate into a crypto project, which is what we coined is the Workstation. And the Workstation is our flagship tool, which comprises of an interactive calendar, vesting scheduler, portfolio manager, risk management tools, and a suite of tools. And yeah, so basically that's basically the reason why we decided to come up with InvestDex. We wanted to create, and InvestDex, it stands for invest into decentralization. And obviously we launched in 2021, so we've been pushing this narrative for a while, and we've always been following Richard, and Richard has always been pushing the same kind of philosophies. And this is why people might not know, people in my community know that, yeah, I am a Hexagon. I'm a day one Hexagon. I actually bought Hex December the 3rd from the OA lobby. Also, in January the 12th, I did buy the bottom of Hex. I think it was quadruple 01, and then by April it was a 25x, and then that's when I was like telling my friends, my family, Hex is the real deal. It's really fascinating, and it's going to do well. And yeah, I've done the 555 stakes and so forth. And yeah, that's ask me more.
So you said InvestDex has been around since 2021. That's when you guys launched, is that right?
Yes.
And how big's your team site in there? How big's your development team?
The development team would say about 6 to 7 devs. Then we also got 2 UI guys, myself, then 2 business analysts. So it's around about a team of just about 10 now.
10 now, great. That's a pretty solid team. And the reason why you guys got into it is, or at least why you started it, was to you felt that you needed better management tools, and so you wanted to get that product out to everybody since you had started building it. So I think that's kind of what the genesis of the idea came from.
Yes, I mean, yeah. It's crucial, So it's like everybody knows, once you when you pick a project, if you say to somebody, look, you're going to get 300%, you get a 3x or a 5x in a cold-minded state, you'll be happy with that. But what happens with the euphoria of the community saying, no, we're going to get 100x, we're going to get a 50x, everyone just starts, you kind of zone out, and you start the FOMO gets too overwhelming, and then what happens is you might get a 10x, and then it drops down to an 8x, and then you think, okay, it's going to go back up. Then it goes down to a 6x. You say it's going to go back, and then guess what? It's back down to 0, sometimes below. So the idea of InvestDex is to introduce risk management tools, organizational tools, like I mentioned before, like the interactive calendar. So
yeah, I think it's widely needed. So basically, you're providing professional tools to manage your crypto portfolio. I think that's kind of cool.
yeah.
Now, obviously, you're not showing your face. So is there a reason for that? Like, obviously, a lot of founders like David Feder and people that they show who they are. Is there any reason behind
I
not showing
mean,
your face?
I've just always, like, to be fair, I've never used to even really speak. We always just
Yeah,
wanted to just make our product do the talking for us. And with Twitter Spaces emerging, and it just became such a cool place to hang out and talk. Then I just started speaking, and then
yeah,
and eventually we probably will probably just docs, because when I do meet, I'm going to have to start, go to meetups and so forth, as InvestDex, so people will see who I am. But initially,
yeah.
we just want to just, just make the product do the talking, and with the back
Well, you
then.
guys have been around for a long time, so yeah, it probably, I guess it's up to you one day whether you do or not. But certainly, your product speaks for itself. It's been around for a long time. It's pretty amazing, yeah, I could easily sit with a team of 10 people. If you, I don't know, if are you actually in the Pulsechain Developers Guild at all, like with the KT and the rest of them?
No, I'm not, and I would love to join. So just if you share me the details, I'll reach out to them and
Yeah,
just.
okay. I'll pass it on to you after the live stream. Should we get into the platform?
Yeah, sure. Let's do it.
Let's share the screen and we'll get into it. We've got a few other people jumped in here. Astrid, good to see you. Bob Pulsechain, g'day. Good to see you as well. G'day from Australia, he says g'day. Right, let's move to share screen and go for gold. If you want to pop that up.
Can you see screen?
Not yet, just waiting for it to be added. Oh, there it is. Bam. Good, we got it. All right.
Brilliant. So this is our landing page, and as you see, what we have at the top is the top tickers, our favorite projects that we showcase. Currently, we have the Hex on Ethereum, Optimism, Pulsechain, Pulse Token, PLSA.
So this platform, the tickers that are going through, this platform is multi-chain, but the focus is on Pulsechain. Is that right?
Yes, exactly. So Pulsechain is our premier blockchain that we are focusing. We currently have 10 EVM compatible blockchains integrated.
Fantastic.
We've integrated the ones with the biggest volume, but we are, the idea of InvestDex is to just give alpha and to help our community find alpha and support. And there's nothing more exciting than Pulsechain. Pulsechain is a layer 1. It's like getting into Bitcoin in 2009, or Ethereum in 2015, at those genesis states. So yeah. So
Dynamics. If some people are just asking you for to speak up a bit louder, so it'd be great.
okay. Yeah. So so Pulsechain is our premier blockchain that we are pushing and supporting and providing the tools, but we currently have 10 EVM blockchain integrated. As you can see, we have the top tickers, our favorite projects up here, and you can just click them and it takes you to the Pair Explorer page. We've recently added Pulse Stats, which gives you the Pulse price, the PLX price, and also we've created a combined price for Hex and the combined chart. I'll show you this. It's really, really cool. We have, when you scroll down
Pretty
here.
useful. Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, let me jump into this now straight away so we can just dive into it. So the Hex.
We'll come back to that. Just you might as well just show us the first page. We'll come back into that.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So basically, as you can see, we track the beat. This is the transaction fees for Pulsechain. We have the.
So those are all the tickers. Those are all the tickers on Pulsechain there that you've got nicely indexed.
Yes.
Yeah. Looks phenomenal. Honestly, it looks fantastic. So what do you got? You got price, transactions, volume.
Yeah.
The number of makers. You've got the timeframes, liquidity, FDV, and DEX as well. So DEX you can go and buy and trade straight away. and then actions. You got some actions there, so that's interesting. What's that about?
Okay. So the actions are just so that you can just, if you click the heart button, then you can add this to your favorites. This is like your watch list.
Okay.
Right, and then this action will just take you straight to the Pair Explorer page where you can get more comprehensive information. And then here just shows you which DEX each pair is being traded on. Eventually, like when more DEXs come, we'll have the logos. I think 9 inches coming and FUX and so forth, so we'll be able to add them on.
That's cool. How will they show up? They will show up just next to them, or there'll be a drop down box. What sort of?
Sorry, say that again.
How will the other DEXs show up on there? Because you got
Okay,
Pulsechain.
so it will just, so basically any pair that's it's trading, it will just pop up here automatically. So let's go to Ethereum.
Oh, just stop there. Just stop there for a second. Just go back to that up to that blockchain. This is the multi-chain side of it, right? The multi-chain. You've got all those chains there. I reckon that's really beautifully laid out, by the way. That's,
I was just going to show you the DEXs, how they change. So you see V3, V2. So yeah, let's go back. That's basically how it will be. So it will be.
So that's the multi-chain side. That's really important for people that just want to jump to chain, and it's really nice. Honestly, I think you guys have done a masterful job with this layout. It really is great.
We're also we actually next couple of days we're going to add one more column here for the 7-day.
Okay.
So you have this 5 different time frames. So not only will it be 4, we'll have one more. On the Pair Explorer page, we have the 5 time frames. I'll show you that, and that's really cool because everyone wants to know what's going on in the 1 minute and so forth.
Yeah, I know you got the 5 minute on there. Is that highly used? The 5 minute? Typically I would know.
Yes, it is. Yeah, 5 minutes is used a lot, and and what it is that you get. Having the 7-day, you get the full spectrum. You get a full contrast of the ROIs that's happening. And it's critical because when I'm comparing
7-day, yep.
When I'm comparing each project, I like to be able to see. Okay, as you can see, Pepe's up. 6% is performing better on the 24-hour. But what I'd like to also know is how is it performing over the 7 days. But this is ranked by transaction. So as you can see, the most highest transacted pairs are at the top. And
cool. Yeah, so you chose transactions over volume because volume's next. Yeah, so okay, good to see. The other thing is interesting. You've got the 6-hourly chart there, the 6-hourly indicator rather than the 12-hour. Than the 4-hour. Normally, traders like 4-hour view, right? The swing traders or the day traders.
It's all down to preference, because you're right though. Some people do really enjoy the 4-hour, but I have a community of traders, even if, that actually when we were building, they was just really pushing for the 6-hour. But like this project is a community project, so if we've got a suggestions Telegram group where there's members in there that make suggestions of what they want, and if it comes that people want the 4-hour, then we'll switch back to the 4-hour. It's whatever's most effective and useful.
Now the top right there, you've got a fear and index greed, which is cool. I like that.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah. So what's that weighted on? What's that based on?
It's just based on the market sentiment, whether are people as like more bullish or bearish, and the sentiment is currently that, as because of the macros and everything and institutions coming in, that it's getting pretty bullish. It's looking like something.
Does that have a breakdown? If you click on that, does it have a breakdown on that or?
No. It's pretty straightforward.
Now the other things you've got up there, I see we're looking at top tokens on the tab there on the menu, but you've got top influencers, content makers, and trending as well.
Yeah. So if we click on top influencers, then this is like a directory of some of the top guys in the space, and
that's cool.
We create like an invest rating for them. And it's also, just gives you like a link to their, who they are.
Just beautiful, man. Simple, clean cut, not too busy. That is really neat. Yeah.
And it's got all the social links, so you can just click there and find out more. And then if you like the person, you can just add actions add hearts, and the hearts are what rank you up the most. So as you see, Richard's got the most hearts, and he's at the top. And yeah, it's like a nice directory for you to find influencers, content makers, and
So do you pull the content makers from the PulseTube site, because obviously they've tried to cover all the YouTubers in the Pulsechain space as well?
We haven't. This is still early days, when that's something that we can do. Because we definitely want to make this more comprehensive and more sophisticated. Right now, it's cool, but it's just early days. So so something like that we can look at to see if there's anything. If we can reach out to them and see if there's anything that we can pull from there, and then likewise we can find some synergy.
Yeah, I think there's a lot. I think the influencers in the space, there's so many, right? Because Richard Hart's ecosystem of influencers is quite large, right? Compared to probably bigger than anybody actually, by quite a bit. So I just wondering, there's probably a lot more synergy to tap into that sort of ecosystem. So we'll probably talk about that after the live stream, but definitely quite a few things. So you got the influencers. So you got what's the other one? You got the trending as well.
So the trending is really cool.
Yeah, very cool. Pulsechain, Ethereum, Binance. That's really nice, man. Honestly, this is so slick, very slick. Really cool. Now, what's at the bottom of the page? You got socials or something like that? What's at the?
Oh, okay. Here, okay, we got the news feed. So we're pulling it's good to always know what's going on in the market. So this is what we have, like the RSS feed here. So we're pulling from Cointelegraph, Bitcoin News, and a few others. And basically, what you can do is just come and just see what's going on. Just click, have a read, flick through.
Yeah. You got events there as well. Yes. These are project events. Are they coming up? Yeah.
These are
this is like a box office schedule for the movie releases. Kind of like that. Yeah. I was wondering why this is not actually at the top, these events, because that would probably be a really good location.
Yeah, we can.
Because you got a bit of space up there. You got the pulse stats, but then you got the block in here that's empty.
Oh, you're brilliant. You've got a good eye. Yeah. Basically, I'm going to show you. We have this space filled. It's just not developed yet.
Okay.
I can show you that in a second as well. But the events, there is an events button, and the sidebar pulls up, and then it just lists all of the events. And then with these events, what you can do is, and shout that we do take the information from. Let me click on this website to give them a big shout out to hexpulse.info. And what we do is we pull information from a few other places, and then just port them here as suggested events. So then basically what it does is if you are interested in some of these events that are coming up, you can just add to your calendar. So we can add this to the calendar. Okay, I'll show you that in a second. But that's the interactive calendar stuff that
do you get. So you're going out and you're scraping this information, but do you get project teams that come to you and want you to get them on your
yes.
Yeah, you do. Okay.
Yeah. So this is basically recently everything slowed down, but in the 2021, when we we were still in a bit of, it was still bullish. The market was still on the tail end of the bull. And so most of the partnerships we were having was based on this. It's like we found a lot of synergy with launch pads. So basically what they would want us to do is to pre-populate their up-and-coming events on our suggested events, and then obviously the launch pads that we would work with would obviously be people that we believe are credible, good integrity, and it was like the poker starters, and I don't know if you remember those guys back in the day. And then what we would do is then our community would see these projects, and then they can jump in and do their research.
Okay, cool. Now we've got a couple of questions. I was going to do the questions at the end, but we might as well touch on these since they're dealing with this homepage. Brendan says, can you toggle the influencers A to Z?
No, but let's check what you can. What you can do is we have two ranks. So it's the ranking by our rating and the ranking by the heart rating. So that's how we do it. So currently, the default is the heart rating. So whoever's got the most hearts wins. And right now it's Richard Hart. And then based on our rating, which we've done in terms of like who we think is the biggest, it's Elon Musk, Vitalik Buterin, but then Richard Hart is number 3, and then you got Pressology, Hexologist.
Pressology, well done, Pressology. Wow. Pressology watches the show a lot. So he'll like
brilliant. Look, KTP's there.
KDP, yeah. So you got Twitter influencers as well on there.
Yeah, Hex Tokens there.
Yeah.
KK, Crypto, Trevon. This, we do need to probably have a look at this again, but then also what we've done is we added their primary pairs, which is generally the each project's favorite token, and then it just gives you access. So obviously Elon Musk is Doge, Vitalik Buterin is Weave, Ethereum, Richard Hart is Hex, Pressology is Hex, Hexology is
like that. Yeah. Okay, cool. Now, Christian's got a question here. Are these sacrifices that are in the project list that you're scraping, are they verified by Pulse Police? Do you go that far, or do you just scrape the idea?
So basically, the sacrifices that we've had on here, as I mentioned, we pull it from these guys.
Which is what I use. Yeah, I use Hex Pulse.
Yeah, and these guys are, since I've been in it, they've put a lot of good projects on here. So but maybe we can go with one. Maybe from now on, maybe we should just only use the ones from Pulse Police. Yeah, moving forward, that's a good idea.
That might be a good idea, because we have it as influencers. We have enough trouble with these projects as it is with around the security, and Pulse Police is really the only kind of reliable place to go to.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah,
I agree. Good point.
I would like to see if I click on a SAC that I can see it if it is audited. Now that's a different question.
Maybe good. You just thought of an idea for me, and this is brilliant. What we can do is we can have the list here, and then if it's being vetted by Pulse Police, maybe we just have a police badge.
Fantastic. That would be amazing to have that. That would be amazing. And I don't think anyone's got that. I think there's another rating site, but I don't think that from the free Pulse one, but I don't think they have that on their rating site. But you could have, arguably just one Pulse Police, but you could also have has it got audits as well. That's
really.
So those two are the critical ones. And I know the third option is having rating sites, right? That actually that check contracts themselves. But I think those two would be the ones that you'd probably like to have. That'd be really quite a cool thing, because a lot of people want places. First thing, you want to be able to trust something, right? That's the yeah.
I'll actually reach out to them and just and probably even just go into the groups and just see past conversations of the ones they passed, and I'll just create a special logo and put it here, and I'll remove. But most of these ones which are here have been are good, because I do follow everything, and I know. BankX has been a bit controversial recently, but we still have to give them the benefit of the doubt. They seem to be like they're still going to be building. So. But generally, most of these projects are from normally what we would do as well was we're bringing projects from DAO Maker. DAO Maker are like a project that we have had a good relationship beforehand with. So these guys are like the number one launchpad, and obviously we have.
I think you should actually add on a. I don't know. It's a question. You could actually add on a thumbs up or thumbs down. Because there's a couple of projects that I see on that list that I would thumb down. Now, obviously these can be manipulated, but I think there's a couple of clear ones that I would thumb down straight away.
What we did have here is you can heart it. Can you see? Yeah. Press heart, but maybe we should have a thumbs down. That would be really good.
There are malicious actors too that may maliciously try and thing, but there are a couple of projects there, like obviously BankX is pretty highly controversial. The rug with the stablecoin rug and with the Hex Gold Whale stuff. There's a couple others there that I won't name, but they're also pretty questionable. But interesting. All right. Now you got the join button there on the Pulsechain mainnet is live. You got the join button there.
Yeah. So what this does is it just takes you straight to Pulsechain.
Yeah, you can do it.
So we were just excited as soon as this Pulsechain went live. We had to just throw this banner up and say we're live, and it's been up since.
All right, so is that everything on the homepage? You got dark mode, of course, and light mode.
I think I showed you thing. We went through. I think. Oh yeah, sorry. There's a spotlight area. So basically, we place here projects that we like you mentioned, like some projects will come to us and say, look, we want some exposure, can you put us on your spotlight? So we'll put, if we like the project, we'll put you on the spotlight. And projects that we've been intro to, like Uptoken, one of our good friends, Jason, from Beyond FOMO, he brought Uptoken to us, and I really liked what I think the CEO Haunted was talking about, and he was so we added him onto the spotlight. Obviously, Pulse Burn's great project, the Raps Pulse, and then these are tokens. So and the idea is to just give our community the projects that they need, either the tokens or the website that they need to have a look at. So that's the spotlight.
Okay. And then you got your socials at the bottom, have you? The very bottom. Yep.
Yeah, we got all our socials.
The old socials.
And then obviously Seymour's like the memberships and
you do have memberships. Is this the best place to talk about those?
Yeah, we can talk about them. It's basically
talk about them at the end.
Yeah, it's up to you. Let's do it now. Let's get it out of the wild. Okay. So basically, the utility of the project is the Invest token, which is our token, and to access the premium features, you need to be holding a certain amount of Invest. Obviously,
Invest token, is that just on what chain is that on?
Oh, brilliant! That's on BSC. So originally we were going to launch on Ethereum. This is 2021, by the way, and the reason why we didn't, because the gas fees were so high. So we launched on the Binance Smart Chain, which was brilliant because of the low gas fees. But this is why I'm so bullish on Pulsechain, because of the gas fees. When Ethereum prices start rocketing, everyone's coming over to Pulsechain. All the development, all the innovation is coming in. And for us, another thing, could you just jog my memory? We are looking to move our liquidity over to Pulsechain as well.
Oh, well done. Nice one. That's a good move. Yeah.
The smart contract's being developed. I should be deploying it after this.
So what does that mean? So you're going to replace the old BSC token that's existing at the moment with a Pulsechain version? Is that what you're going to be doing?
Yeah. Well,
are you going to unsupport the BSC, or are you going to have a dual token?
I mean, it's this is such a good question, because we've been debating about this for the last couple of weeks. I mean, right now we're just creating the clone version of the PRC of our BEP20 version of our token, and then creating a PRC contract, because
I think that's probably the easier way to go. I think it's the easier way, just to airdrop the Pulsechain vision, and then people can buy and sell it. Yeah,
I think you're right, because you see what the thing is like, I've never been a big fan of bridges, and I mean, if you follow even Richard or some of everyone's always said bridges get exploited. And just the other day, the community were like, look, we want use a bridge, and the bridge obviously of choice would have been multi-chain, and then multi-chain just got exploited. So it just, for us, so I'm glad.
So to be decided, but you're coming to Pulsechain, but how are you going to do that? Still up in the air. Okay.
Yeah.
So you got these two memberships. You got Pro and Platinum, and Basic.
Yeah. So basically, we got a free a freemium system. Most of our features are free. The only premium tool is the risk management tool and some of the vesting schedules tools. But ultimately, what we wanted to do is keep, if it's people want to use your projects, and if it's like, especially when you're just a new project, you can't really be, it's like the balance of being free and having utility, and what we've explained.
Well, let's just talk about the actual. You got the basic offering, you got embedded dexes, Peer Explorer, the multi-charts, the real-time charting, price alerts, new listing explorer, and the whale watcher, which is quite cool, right?
Yes.
There's a basic free package, but then you got the pro. What's the pro got? That's why you end up paying. It's a one-off, is it? $150 Invest token?
No, it's like once you can have it's for the month. It can be $150 for the month, or you just hold 10,000 Invest, and that's it. And it's just in your wallet, and then you don't deposit to us. You hold it in your wallet. It's just simple Web3, and then it gives you access to all the features, the vesting scheduler.
So in Pro, you've got everything in basic, but you've also got Workstation, and that we're going to look at that because that's your main product. Is that right?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Then you got Wallet Tracker. Then you got Portfolio, Unlimited Favorites and Alerts, Interactive Calendar, which is probably going to be popular. The Vesting Schedule is probably going to be fairly popular. And then you got the Risk Management Calculator, which is, I guess, is your, other than Workstation, that's your other big product. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah. And then you got other stuff coming there. And then you got Platinum. So Platinum's got everything in the Pro. And it includes access to Invest Power Labs. Is that a third product?
Yeah, so but Power Labs is our launchpad. We've created our own launchpad, and basically to get access to the early seed round of the projects that we're launching, then if holding 100,000 invest tokens will do that. We recently, 2 months ago, we launched our AI project, and that did, I think, 15x, and all the investors who got, our investors were pretty happy with that, because not only did they were able to get the 15x on the token, they also, being the Power Labs, in Power Labs, you then get airdropped, and they actually got airdropped PLS tokens.
Oh, fantastic. Okay, so Invest Power Labs is a launchpad. You've launched an AI product in there, got 15x, and they've also got airdrops, so that's amazing. You've also got risk management analysis. Now, that's pretty cool. We don't see a lot of that in crypto. So that's some extra tools, and you got trading calls as well to give you a bit of heads up there.
Yep.
And you got a couple of products coming: Portfolio Tracker and Advanced Wallet Tracker. Okay, cool. Right, should we get on to the next? Let's get in some of these products that are on these membership packages.
So
I noticed it's a little bit like Dex tools had that, didn't they? Where they had a certain amount of tokens. If you held them, you would get access to lots of features. That's kind of cool measure.
Yeah.
All right.
So let's go to the workstation. Yeah. Or let's go
workstation. Yeah.
So as you can see, it's an interactive calendar. So today, and over the periods, I normally just use this to just add events and AMAs and stuff like that. So today, the US consumer product index results was today. So that was an event I wanted to set a reminder for. Interview with Hex Token. So if you then once whatever you add onto your calendar, you click main table, you get a different view, and this is where you can add like your strategy. So for today, like interview, it's AMA discussion, set a reminder, CPI news, with the Bureau of Statistics, market news. This is it's really cool to have. This is why these organizational tools are really useful, because you can, buy the room or sell the news. You can really think about your investment strategies, your trading strategies, and with everyday life you get busy, so you can set yourself a Telegram alert or a email alert, and you get reminded of what's happening. So we
I do that myself, so it's actually really powerful. If you get in the habit of doing it, it's actually really powerful, and keeps you can help you save you some money too.
So obviously, like, we've got the Highest of Stakes coming out, movie waiting, August the 4th. You set yourself a reminder. So
yeah, very good.
So this is what the
that's the scheduler.
Yep, and then we also have vesting scheduler. This is for tokens that actually have vesting. Because most projects, when they do a crowd sale, it's really good for them to have like token locks, which means so that when TG event goes, the teams really, it's been adopted over the last couple of years, where teams have these vesting schedules so that the tokens what are unlocked don't just dump the price down. So what we've created is like a vesting scheduler, which each project.
So these are popular projects. These are not necessarily the ones on your launchpad, right?
No, these are popular project, and this is, we find synergy where people launch pads and projects can come to us, and then they can we find that, you know, this is the kind of partnerships we've had in the past where we've pre-populated their token unlocks for their communities, and then they can use our workstation and have and automate their token unlocks and schedule with the calendar.
Okay,
so
cool.
yeah, so but you know, but I think yeah, we've also got the portfolio. This is a manual version. This is similar to CoinMarketCap, CoinGecko, where you can just say, for example,
set up the portfolio. Yep, I know people are using those. So yeah.
Yeah, you just add, and then and what it is multi-chain. So it's configured for the 10 blockchains that we integrate. So you can it gives you that layer of flexibility. I mean, we also have the wallet tracker where you just put your token, you know, your token wallet in, and it pulls the information. But I kind of like this portfolio one because it just gives you more flexibility. So, for example, let me just add this here quickly. To add. So, so let's say you paid. You paid 0.1. You got it in early. You bought.
Yeah.
Brilliant. So this is another tool that if you see like the competitors like Dex Tools, Dex Green, they haven't got this. So we're the only ones with this.
Yeah, they're missing these. They're missing these tools. Yep.
Yeah. We also have obviously the favorites.
Yeah. I use that a lot. Yep. My alerts.
My alerts. So this is the workstation. The workstation.
My alerts. So this is a price like price alerts and things like that.
Yeah, this is just price alerts.
Oh,
and
nice.
Yeah. And then what's good about it is that it separates them into like either if you want a push notification, some people want an email, Telegram, and then you have your logs, so it goes through your history of all your things. So you can just see what you've been doing.
That's really good. Yeah, I love it. All right. So that is Workstation.
Yeah.
You got what's the next big one? InvestSuite, is it?
So this is just the dashboard. As soon as you've come to your dashboard, this basically just gives you a summary of what you've done. So basically, it will tell you your portfolio, how much in your wallet tracker, how many events you set up on your workstation, how many alerts you've got set up, how many favorites, and it just gives you a snapshot. And then what you do is it helps you navigate. So you can just click on any of these, and it takes you back to the original pages. Also, it just, you know, you can see what's trending on each chain.
Okay, very nice.
Okay, and then let me show you the pulse stats, because I think I'm excited about this.
So this is new. The pulse stats there on the left there. Yep.
Yeah. So basically, what I mean, I was being, you know, on Twitter, I've been seeing Somni, and he created a Hex combined chart, right?
On TradingView. Yep.
Yeah, and I was like, and then in the comments, people were like, "Oh, where can I get that? Where can I get this?" So I said, "Okay, let's create it." So look at this now. So if you click on the combined chart,
beautiful.
What you will see is that we have the full transaction. So if I go here and you see trades, this is showing you now. You see the price of. This is the price of Hex on Ethereum. This is the price of the PRC version of Hex, right? Pulsechain.
I'll tell you what, I'm probably going to use this for the live shows.
Yeah, because look, it shows you all the transaction. What we did is it's taken us about 2 weeks. We created a new database for this where we have the both Ethereum and the Pulsechain together.
That's great. That's really good. Yeah.
So every trade that's happening on Pulsechain and Ethereum, you can just click. It says Etherscan, and then if you click here, what's going on?
You got the little logo too. Brilliant. Yeah. That's fantastic, man. That's top notch. Yeah.
Yeah, and then
got a little squid up there. I see a little squid. Is that representing what? A staker's account, the amount of X they got?
No. Actually, so what it is it's to just kind of gamify the the transactions. Just quickly see what's happening. So this, any trade over 10,000 plus is a squid, and then if you see little crabs, and this is like, I think, 5K.
It's beautiful, man. I think you've done a great job with that. That's fantastic.
Yeah. So
and then you've got all the liquidity. You got the summaries on the right hand side, pulled. Hex.
Yeah. It's full suite. It's like, if you could, it's the total liquidity, total pulled, total. What?
So the refresh rate is pretty much real time, is it?
Yes, it's real time. Yeah, real time action as we speak. As you can see, it's
cool.
like, if you look 1 hour 60, 1 8.
This is one of your latest additions, which is really nice. I mean, the site's fantastic. I don't think there's anything even close to this. Honestly, it's great.
And let me go back. We also have, so again, somebody created another chart, which is the Hex, Ethereum Hex, which is the PRC version, Pulse, and PLS chart. And I looked at that chart and I was like, wow, I like that chart, because what the chart represents is the combined market caps. Of RH projects, to show what would have been the price before the sacrifices. So this is what this chart does. It's and it has all the
very good.
And again, the different
I love it. Yeah, you can spend a lot of time on that. That's fantastic. I'll probably use that for the live streams because it's so good. Very cool. Right, so that is the Pulse stat. So we've looked at the Invest Suite. We've looked at the workbook. We've looked at Pulse stats and the homepage. You got a couple other ones up here: new listings, Peer Explorer.
So I like to show the new listings. So the new listings is really cool. It's basically shows you in real time all the projects that are being launched on each blockchain. Obviously, we've made Pulsechain the premier, and what this does is it's a great way to just monitor the growth of Pulsechain in real time, because you can just see it's growing. Like, these are all so basically every time a project creates a liquidity on PulseX, then the information is displayed here, and that's their TGE event. And
you're drawing that from the contract.
We're pulling this from the PulseX.
Yeah. Okay.
So, and then all you do is you click on the chart and it says this pair is not ready. So let's go back. This is great for, like, there you go. So we can have a look. Let's get the chart.
Can you auto add an alert for when it does get ready?
No, but that's another. I'll add that to the list. That's a good one.
Because people like to be first, right? They like I know there's a couple of people that watched that like to be first. All degenerates. Very cool. All right, so that's up to that one. What's the other side? Obviously, there's a lot of features on here, so we just want to get through the highlights, folks.
Okay. So we have one of my favorites is the multi charts.
Yep, which I use. Yep.
And I know other competitors have this, but what we're doing as well now is we are creating it for Pulsechain. So basically, as you can see,
people ask where is the peer for this peer, and they don't have to ask that question on the site, right? They can just go to it. So it's going to be there for you.
Exactly.
If you're watching and you're always asking where's the peer for this peer, this site is going to give it to you.
Yes. You know what we're doing as well is so as you can see, this is actually the main site, but I'm going to show you some of the designs. This is what we're working on now. So what will happen is you'll be able to create new tab, and then it will say add suggested charts for Richard Hart. So this is his Maxi's chart. So it'll be the Pulse, the PLS, the Hex, the incentive token, the Ethereum Hex on Pulsechain, and then the combined charts that we've just created. And then you'll be able to just click this and it will pre-populate those charts. Then we're going to have some others, like from Moon King, some of the, like the more wild cards. Then we're going to have some from the Maximus team, and then the famous team, and then you can just click them and then it will just have them there. and then
Very good.
it saves you some time, and it's just yeah.
That's
So
fantastic. Yep.
and then so that's the multi charts. Then yeah, okay. So there's loads more
There's
tools.
loads more.
I was thinking, but I didn't forget. There was one thing that because you mentioned, which was what are we doing with that space at the top? So I can show you on the Figma the design.
All
So
right, cool. So that's
basically,
this black space that's empty at the moment on the right hand side at the top of the home page.
so what
And
we're
you're
going
doing
to do,
something special there.
yeah. So what we're going to do is we're going to move the trending right to the top, yeah, and then we're going to have the biggest gainers at the top as well. So basically, for the DJs can just instantly see what's trending, what's the biggest gainers, and they can
Beautiful. Beautiful.
get
Yeah, we see those questions all the time. And so it's great.
yeah.
So all the questions are what's new, what's trending, and where's the peer, and they all get answered on your site. So people want that information. Here it is, folks, all on InvestDex, which has got so much more. It really is the ultimate professional management. That's where you guys are heading here. And look, it's the only site that I know that's got as much as you guys have got in terms of that direction. So it's looking good. Now, is there anything you've got your launch pad? Is that somewhere?
Yeah, so if you click here, we've got let's go to here. This is the Power Labs. Just go into dark mode. Everyone loves the dark mode. And then basically Rich AI. This is what we launched, and
You just launched Rich AI, did 15x
yeah,
and
really good.
more plus airdrops.
Yeah, yeah, it was awesome. So let me
Rich AI was what? You moved into AI space. What exactly was that?
So basically, Rich AI is a text image generator with ChatGPT, Stable Diffusion integrated. The
Right.
idea of it is to, with the AI trend, and obviously everyone must know we're in the AI era. We just wanted to just make sure that we started utilizing that technology, and obviously eventually, like with Fetch AI and so forth, utilizing the AI technology as well for trading and so forth. But initially, we wanted to start with the generative side of stuff. So we wanted to integrate ChatGPT, and this is what Rich AI is. It's based like the name you can see. It's inspired by Richard Hart. It's just like it's basic story of like a dog that's trained by AI bots, and it's it's a cool cockapoo. But the cockapoo isn't just as a normal cockapoo. He's like he is full of tricks. He's full of technology, and he's backed by AI. So what we created, I can show you the landing page, like how it looks. So this is my account. This is the stuff that I've been
Oh,
utilizing.
that's nice and easy, isn't it? Yeah, I find quite a few things. You go into Telegram, it's really awkward. You don't know where you are and what you're trying to do. This is really easy.
So look, I'll do a quick demo. So if we click Pulse X logo, this is what, and then let's
eat your heart out, Randy Alaska. He loves this. Randy loves the AI images. So
then let's do shoes. So this is because what we do is we pre-populated prompts so that it's easy for the users, just more intuitive. You can create your own prompts, but like
let's do one. Let's just quickly do one if you want. Just go for
it takes about 2 minutes. So let me whilst
so you've got an image, you've got some words that you want to add in the AI to manipulate the image, and that generates it for you.
And remember, because of the AI aspect, it's one of a kind art. So if you see here, I go through some of the stuff. So you like this because I know you like your sci-fi.
Yeah, I love my sci-fi. Yep.
That's a the Pulsechain logo with sci-fi inspired.
Go to that bottom right one or something. Yeah, go to the bottom one, that one there. That's it. It clearly looks like Pulsechain with the symbol. You got your little spaceships in there. That's kind of cool.
We got the you can do it we created some with the Batman. The
so how does this, just quickly, how does this work in terms of charging or whatever? And like
so for right now, it's all because we're just everything's so new, and so everything is you just have to you can just access the project for free. Just it's everything free, but eventually you will have to hold some rich AI tokens to access most of
Okay. Okay.
just a basic entry, and then what the rich AI, we're going to also introduce like print on demand. So basically all of these AI, look at this, it's so sad, like for the demo, it's not
process. Sometimes it happens. Yeah.
but
So
if
you've had this cool project come out, which looks really cool. Is there any other? So have we gone through all the main features, including this?
so we've also got I don't know if you've used ChatGPT, but what we've currently doing, this is still obviously in beta, this section, but what it is that this is you'll be able to we're training ChatGPT 3.5 Turbo and on crypto related topics, which means that you can it will be using different APIs to train the chat GPT to get the human-like responses once you make a query, and then basically you ask it what's the price of Hex or so forth, and then it will give
Give
you
a prediction.
Yeah, so
All
I
right,
can
cool. I like it.
I'll show you because I did share.
I like how you've gone into this area and you've made images creation easier, and everything's just so much easier than trying to go through Telegram groups that do it and other stuff like that. Or even try to register for chat GPTs. You got to register for that and all that. So you've made it a lot easier.
Yeah, the thing is, the idea just to have it all on the one place, but then it make it specific for the RH ecosystem. Obviously, it's rich AI. So
we've gone through all. Have we gone through all your main product features? You've got lots of other stuff, right? But and the new stuff. You've got new stuff coming down the pipeline as well up after this one. Your rich AI.
Okay, one sec. Let me just quickly just show you this quick demo. You'll just see it here on the the thing. So basically, what's the market cap of Bitcoin? Obviously, it's still early. We'll format it, but you can see that. What's the 24-hour of invest? $1,000, and it's. But yeah,
so you got the invest token for the main platform, which is on BSC, but you're gonna look to bring it over to Pulsechain. You've got the rich AI for this frontier product, this rich AI artwork and ChatGPT. Is there any other feature? You got the Workstation on the main platform. If you could just do a summary of that platform. You got the
rich AI or
the homepage on InvestDex.
Okay.
So if you just do a quick summary of that.
So the quick summary is we've got a suite of organizational tools that is separates us from most of the competitors out there. We've also have comprehensive information that are just very useful for just everyone in the who wants to know about the prices of all of these alpha products that are coming out. We've also created these combined charts for guys who holds the stakers in Hex who've got long stakes and just want their price.
All the stuff on Pulsechain there, which is pretty amazing with the combined prices. What's the main features? You got the workbook at the top menu.
So we've got the workstation. We have the multi charts. I think you like that. We have the new listings so that you can see the growth of, find the projects as soon as they list. We have the portfolio, which is just simple to use, CoinMarket, CoinGecko style. We also have the wallet tracker, we just have
amazing. It really is amazing. You got so much stuff there. It's so great, all in one place. It's kind of all in one, isn't it? Now, so we've covered Rich AI as well, which you've just launched that successfully. What's in the future? So
for the future is for us to create an iOS app for the Apple Store, and
nice. iOS, there's a mobile app coming, folks.
Yeah. That's our next major release. We had a vote. That's what the community wanted. It was either the DEX aggregator first or the app, and everybody voted for the app. So that's what we'll be working on now, is the app. And then for Rich AI, we're going to be pushing more of the generative tools. So we will be eventually we will want to make the dog kind of reply back to you in voice. So we have voice chat, it will have voice recognition, and also we'll be building an app for that as well.
So what is what's the size of the community? Like, what's the interest of the community at the moment? Has it been picking up? It's been growing?
Okay,
so using your InvestDex and the Rich AI, because you've got two kind of main things there.
Two communities. The Rich AI communities, I think about it's very small. It's about 500.
That's actually pretty decent, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, and the InvestDex is about 3,200.
Yeah.
And then
I've noticed on your Twitter, you've actually got over 10,000 followers, which actually makes you one of the medium-sized, bigger teams with following. So you're actually doing very well on the social media. And you have been around since 2021, right, with this product, developing it. So
but
it's pretty impressive, actually, to be honest. But yeah, I think this is fantastic, and it's been great to be able to showcase this on here. I think you guys are doing amazing, and I know that as Pulsechain grows, we're only on day 61 now. That this is only going to be even more incredible by the time we get 6 months in, 12 months in. Pretty amazing. Shall we get some Q&A? We've got a few Q&As in the chat, so we'll get some of those. Let's jump into here. Alan says, is this a DEX aggregator? Well, I think you just answered that, didn't you? Saying that products are further down the line, isn't it?
Yeah. We'll release the app first.
I think we've got else here. Katie says you can get crypto stack information for the Pulse hot list as well, says Katie. Yeah, I'd have to double check that, but what else we got going there? Jump through these.
Yeah.
Let me just jump through some of these. Stevie D, thanks for your amazing streams. So glad to catch you live. A pleasure, Stevie D. It's great to have InvestDex on finally after all this time. It's been great. What else we got going there? Just jumping through some of these. We'll jump through some of those. Katie says really intuitive UI, UX, UI. So it's user experience and user interface. So very cool.
Thank you.
What else there? A bungee jump says, okay, he won me over, lol. My bad. Yeah. You should watch the video first, but good to see you bungee jump. And yeah, got to hear people out before you make some assertions. What else we got? Archipelago says, is there a token associated with this when there is no sacrifice, right? So there's invest and Rich AI. Those are two tokens you got. Yeah, I look forward to coming to Pulsechain. I think that's going to be pretty exciting. Obviously. Yeah. Brendan says super likes the front run. Yeah, no. Okay, occasionally. What else we got going there? Jump through some of this. Stevie D says awesome content. Very cool. Appreciate that. Let's jump through some of that. Archipelago says, what version of Stable Diffusion and ChatGPT does it use? SDL, XL, and GPT-4?
Sorry, so again, what was we fine-tuned, because you see GPT-4, you can't actually, it's not able to train in straight away, so we've been training 3.5.
Okay. Answers that one. Archipelago says Mid-Journey is poopy. You can see the Sony influence people using it. What else do we got? Jump through some of those. Prasology's in the house. So Prasology highly ranked. I don't know if Prasology saw how high he's ranked on InvestDex. I went to the portfolio and tried to connect my wallet, but then it asked for a signature and a message says 200, 700. What does this mean? That's a good question.
So what happened when you connected? It said 200, 300.
It asked for a signature.
Oh, so that's just, it's just the Web3. So when you connect, that's the way you have to connect. But I think we might even be getting rid of that as well, because people just, Web3 that's how Web3 is, but people hate signing. So, yeah, that's something.
Yeah, when you get a signature, you go, what's this about? What's going on here?
Especially hexagons, and even, they just don't want to connect to things.
All
so
right.
That's something that we need to just we might just have like a email login where you can just click by Google, and then because we do need to store some information for your, like your portfolio history, or for your alerts and so forth, and your your CRM stuff. So
yeah, maybe do an alternative, something that's a bit easier, because this is not only is it a professional portfolio management for crypto and Pulsechain, but it's something that could be quite community focused. So do you actually have a community chat on the site? I didn't ask you that.
Not on the actual site, but generally everybody So we
basically, it'd be kind of cool to have a chat group, like a really, because your UI is so good. Honestly, it's at the top of the list. Top protocols is your UI is at the very best. It'd be great to have a chat that has this kind of cool thing. I've seen chats on other dApps that are in Pulsechain that are like early days, and they're very, very basic. Looks like 2005 sort of internet screens, but that's certainly something suggested to have a chat on there, because that would actually people be able to get trading ideas and chat about stuff. What do you like? What you don't like? Especially if they're registered. Maybe they've got registered and they're they've got some skin in the game, as opposed to scammers out there which like to scam.
Yes, that's a good idea. I love it.
Food for thought. Maybe a feature for premium members. People that got skin in the game, right? All right. Great questions, says Katie to Briz. Nice one there. I think that's pretty much it. We're at 1 hour and 5 minutes, so I think that's probably a good time to wrap up. Any final things you want to get out to people other than posting your socials?
I'm just happy to be here. Thanks for having us on. Anybody like founders or who want to partner up us to find some synergy, anybody who wants us to create like for their projects some combined chart or something unique, just message us. And that's it. We're builders. We're going to keep building. We super bullish on the market. Super bullish on where we're at, where everything's going. And keep up the good work as well, Hex Token, man. You're the man.
All right, we'll do. Thanks very much for coming on there. Bruce has got a couple other questions in there. You might want to answer those just on the back end, and also post your socials in there, InvestDex.
Yes, so it's website investdex.io, richai.app, and then you can find us on like Telegram, and we'll drop the links in the description, and Twitter. That's where we're mainly on, is on Twitter and Telegram.
I think I might have InvestDex here. I'll just post it in myself. Just a second. If you want to contact InvestDex, let me just pull this up. I'll paste it in the chat there. I see that Briz got a few more questions about the signature there that you may want to answer. So that is the InvestDex on Twitter, and you can follow them on Telegram and all that. So definitely check it out. It's an amazing site, and it's been around for a long time. So get into that one and let them know. Briz is being a bit over the top with his criticism, but you can get in there and answer that one.
Right. Okay. Okay. I can message him on Telegram, and then
message him on Telegram. Yeah. You can
look out for me, InvestDex Management.
That is the link if you want to follow out there at the moment. Kind of cool.
Brilliant.
All right. What else are we going to say about that? I think that's it. We'll wrap up. I appreciate you coming on, and we're definitely going to have you come back on again when you got some new stuff out there. Be very, very cool.
Brilliant.
All right. Catch you next time.
Thank you. Bye, guys.
See ya.
See ya. Bye.
All right, let's bring in the old section here, and let us bring in the share screen. We're going to pick this up, so you can actually follow more on InvestDex on this site. So it's the InvestDex site there if you want to follow more. And they got 10,800 followers on there, so pretty big following for a Pulsechain team. So very, very cool, and lots of cool stuff happening in that space. So you can definitely check that out. All right, what else are we going to say about that? We're going to move into some of the news. So let's get into that. We've got the Federal Reserve, the Consumer Price Index, which we mentioned but earlier, came in really good. So good news for us for crypto. Came in at 3%, which is really cool. Last month, of course, it was 4% for May. Came in at 3% for the month of June. So really good news, folks. The trend is your friend. Trending down is the old CPI inflation. Slowest price pressure since March 2021. So good news. Many still expect the Fed to resume rate hikes later this month for the July, which is 2 weeks away. Rate hikes there beyond July will be thrown into doubt. So, the Powell talked about potentially 2 rate rises. Looks like we may only get 1. Looks that's pretty cool. That's still an overshoot in my view. Still overshooting given the fact that we've come down to 3%. But obviously they're going to want to see what the next couple of months are in terms of does that trend stay. But typically they always overshoot. If economic data in the months ahead includes employment cost index on July the 28th and the employment inflation data that is released in August slow at the pace that we have seen in the CPI data over the past couple of months, then the July hike may prove to be the final move of the cycle. In other words, the terminal rate. And we're after that because the higher it is, the more it hurts. And it always lags, right? The real economy lags are going to be later on. We already see fractures in the property and employment markets to some degree. Now, the stock market there rallied pretty strongly on that. NASDAQ was up 1.1%. So the tech firms really love that, and up they were. They enjoyed that. Crypto, let's get a jump of crypto. BTC just slumming around this 30K mark. We're really wanting to get that move on to 32K. So not there yet, but certainly good news with the CPI that feeds in well. 2 weeks till the interest rate rises. If we do get it, 95% of the market's expecting a rate rise of 25 basis points, which would take us to 5.5% on the federal funds rate from 5.25. We've got Ethereum at the moment is down a little bit too, 1873. So really we're waiting for that BTC lead to break up to the upside for our mini bull run. We want a mini bull run, bring it on. Certainly looking kind of like it might happen, but certainly we've got to hold it over that 30,500 mark there on BTC. That leads us into Pulsechain. Pulsechain at the moment, well, it was actually green before we started the live stream. 000108 is the price, down 1.84%, 8% above sacrifice price. It does feel like this is going to try and break out. Really want that to get to 0012 for that. And of course, the burn is burning more. Pulsex is at 000368, down 3.5%. That one pulse at the moment, we're getting 2.95 Pulsex. So still looking pretty good on that ratio. Before Pulsex maybe breaking out to the upside with the single-side staking pools, which we're expecting at some stage. And of course, we've got the burn, which is amazing on Pulsex. 241 billion, 1.15% is now burned on the public supply. Incentive token ratio is really bullish, up 1.55%, up to 64,111. So the incentive token there breaking paths there actually on the upside. Hex at the moment is down 9.25%. That was actually not so bad before the live stream. It's at 2.21 cents on Pulsechain, and combined with EHEX is 0094, and that's really the talk of the town over the last 24 hours. Is the old EHEX making a little bit of a bounce back there, and the ratio dropping down. One PHEX will now get you 2.36 EHEX. So EHEX is strengthened, relatively speaking, overnight. The combined price of PHEX and EHEX at 3.14 cents. So down a little bit from yesterday. That is pretty much on those. The validators, we've got 826.7 billion now staked in validating. It has powered up on the old validators. Amazing. 25,836. Amazing stuff on there. Are we heading toward 40,000? Are we going to get that 1 trillion? It seems like it's inevitable, right? It really is amazing. This is before a Pulsechain price breakout. And we're at 20.5% APR. So really, really amazing results happening here with the old validators, and the chance to pick up, what's about $3,300 or something to get each validator at the moment. But of course, if we get a 10x on Pulse, that's going to be $30,000 to become a validator. It's going to look very similar to things you might see on Ethereum, for example. Fun times there. And of course, the gas prices at the moment. We're looking at 4 cents for a Pulsex transfer, 0.3 of a penny for a Pulse coin transfer, and 1 cent for a PRC20 transfer at the moment. 270 times cheaper than Ethereum and 110 times cheaper than Bitcoin. It is the place to be, old Pulsechain. Bring into the charts here, of course, we've got teasing us for a breakout, teasing us for a breakout. Are we going to come down and bounce? That's kind of the bearish scenario. That would take us down to maybe 000966 for one last hooray and then up and to the right. Or are we going to break out now and move up, since we had such good news leading into the weekend? Will we break out in the weekend leading up here? I've already had 2 touches, right? 1, 2, if you include the first one. 1-2 touches, and of course, we could do one more up and away, but hopefully we're managing to etch our way up already. So we will see. 1200 is kind of the critical mark there. It's around about this price here, just to break out clearly and close on that breakout, and then maybe we can start moving up there for the old price there. So how many days we got here? We've got 57 days. So remember, Ethereum was kind of up to 88 days. Up to 88 days. So we're on day 57 or so from that. So we've got a few days to in our maybe by the end of July for that breakout. But certainly we've got quite a few bullish things coming. A lot of bullish things coming from Pulsechain. We've got all the top tier DeFi protocols coming in month 3 and month 4, which we're now in the beginning of. We've got the top tier NFT projects coming. We're going to talk about a couple of those later. And then, of course, we've got the Hex Stakes coming out for release premiere on the 4th of August. And if those all sell out, all the cities sell out, they'll get more cities. And, of course, they may even hit the box office numbers that get attention on the box office list. So the more that we sell out on the old Hex Stakes premieres for the Regent there, I think it's Regal, the more chance we have of getting up in that listing box office there. So I put out a tweet actually, the box office yesterday, trying to get them get the Hex Stakes on that coming up. All right, let's go. We've got Pulsex at the moment as well. We've got Pulsex at *03679 on the old Pulsex. So 3679 on the old Pulsex. That is ticking away there as well, moving to the side. But hey, look, single side staking pools, all this big stuff coming in month 3 and 4. We've got top tier utilities, NFT projects. This is going to be, looks like easy money to be made here. And for the breakout, once it goes, right? And of course, you get left behind with the old ratio trading. It's 170% of yield in there. Just get back to sacrifice for the old Pulsex there at the moment. Now, we had some fix-ups in Pulsex. We're going to talk about that in a minute. But the ratio of incentive tokens, so the yield farming token on Pulsex is at 64,226, which is looking really, really good on the old bounce back. So nice to see that for your incentive farmers. Now, the big news, of course, overnight was that the on Pulsex version 2. So version 2 is where you can earn the fees, 0.22% of the trading fees. That has finally had the LP APRs fixed up. So they are now fixed. They were incorrect before. All you had to do is do some manual calculations. You would see that. If you remember yesterday, the USDC was up at 375%. That is now actually the actual true amount is 78.32% on the old pools there for the USD wrap pulse. So that was misleading, right? So that's good to see these all corrected now. And I've ranked them by APR, so you can see the top APRs in that list there as you go down. So Pepe Pulse is still probably one of the better ones there, 93.64%. And then you got Wrap Bitcoin there, which is the Pulsechain version, and Wrap Pulse there. And then followed by the stablecoin, USDC, and Wrap Pulse. So that's Bridgeton USDC and Wrap Pulse. And then you've got DAI there, Wrap Pulse as well. As in the list. So those are kind of your returns that you can reasonably expect to get from these pools over a 12-month period, subject to the volumes that are going through. But yeah, that is kind of those returns there. Now that takes you back to V1. And of course, V1 here on the old Pulsex. If you look at the farms, you can still see the returns on here are pretty stellar. We've still got all the main pools, as you would expect. The most conservative ones here are Pulsex, Wrap Pulse, Hex Wrap Pulse, and of course you can see the returns around 20 to 30%. The stable coins are doing still really well. You got DAI, USDC, and USD Tether. DAI Wrap Pulse there is amazing, 154%, which is pretty cool. That's the top one at the moment. It's been moving around quite a bit. And if you do $1,000, that's going to give you 0.42% of your capital back a day. So over a 30-day period, if you extrapolate that, that's 13.5% of your capital back in 30-day period. So that's pretty cool. Now, one thing we saw yesterday was we saw about $4 or $5 million exit that liquidity pool, which is pretty interesting. And of course, the APR jumped way back up there to number one spot at 154%. So pretty interesting stuff going on there as well. Now, single-sided staking pools, waiting for that to come out. Maybe next week, maybe this weekend, we'll see. But keep an eye out on that. That's potentially coming out. And so hopefully get heads up on that. All right, so we'll see what Richard's timeline, what his playbook is. So that is pretty much the Pulsex news. Moving on to Hex. Hex on Pulsechain did really well. I mean, overnight, this is on the 4-hourly chart. What we get up to so far, we got 2.432 cents on Pulse, Hex on Pulse. At the moment, we've had a little bit of sell-off here over the last 8 hours or so, and we're down at, let me go to the hourly chart on that. That's it. Just last couple of hours, actually, we've had a bit of a sell-off from 2.34 down to 2.2 at the moment on the old PHEX. And let's look at the daily on PHEX. That is the look of the chart at the moment. Looks like a little bit like it's rolling over a little bit there, but we will see whether there's just a small dip and up and away, especially if Pulsechain goes up there. We've got EHEX at the moment on the 4-hourly, looking not too bad. EHEX is the talk of the town at the moment, and of course EHEX here. This is Hex on Ethereum, and we're at 9.37 cents there, but it looks pretty good, right? And if you ever look at the hourly, we've had a pretty good challenge here. We got as high as 9.0095, so heading towards 1 cent is pretty much where we were getting, and 1 cent is up here. Yeah, looking nice little move there. Actually up 5.6% on Hex on Ethereum, as opposed to down on Pulsechain 8.44% on the 24-hour basis. So what does that mean? It means two things. One thing is that the ratio of PHEX to EHEX, and of course everyone's been talking about that discussion. Some people don't care, some people like to talk about it, some people like to take positions, but in any case, Hex on Pulse has been the dynamic winner so far, although it's early days because we're in price discovery on Pulsechain, and I always say, let's give it 6 months, but we've had a chink in the armor there in the trend. So we got all the way up to 1 PHEX equal 2.71 EHEX. That has now fallen down over the last 2 days to 2.41 EHEX there. Or this day's just started, by the way. So 2.41. So that's a pretty decent breakdown there for the time being, at least. And we're down at 10.7% on that. EHEX there, sitting there waiting for people to accumulate. That's pretty much it. Now, the other thing, of course, is looking at EHEX versus Pulse. So we always look at EHEX versus PHEX. And of course, that little battle going on there, or at least both of them probably going to go up. Who knows? You can decide. But we've also got the EHEX, the Hex on Ethereum versus Pulsechain. And that's been sitting pretty similar, right? So at the moment, it's 84. 1 EHEX will get you 84 Pulse. And that's pretty much sitting around there at the moment. It has been a bit higher at 91, been up here 95. It's had a freakish move up here, 108 one time. But really, it seems to be holding its own versus Pulsechain, moving pretty similarly at the moment as the old EHEX. So we're watching that too. Some fun things there. That leads us into the top PRC 20s. We've got at the moment Floki at the top of there. I think we've got Floki at the top there. This is my list, of course. We've got Sushi there at number 1 and 4% there, and we've got Aave there up 3.5%. Yesterday's best performer was SHIB, and that's just cooled off a little bit. SHIB was the best performer yesterday. Look at those green candles, and that is just cooled off for the time being, but still in this upward channel, right? Still in this upward channel is the old SHIB, and I think SHIB and Pepe probably two of the easiest ones that have a chance to price up versus the Ethereum parity there. So that is some of the cool stuff on the old top PRC 20s. Let's look at the meme coins, and the talk of the town has been Pepe, Paul Pleb. Now, obviously, Pepel here, Pepelorian, has been up 14%. Fluffy Slippers is back up on the leaderboard after being at the bottom yesterday. They're up 6%. Paul Pleb and Pulse Dodge are the two to look out for because of the 9-inch DEX that's going to launch. And, of course, waiting for audits, and then probably a stealth launch there. They've got a very funny launch phase to try and hold up the price of 9-inch because the first 2 days, only 9-inch holders will be able to go into the pools to get the mad gains. And then day 3 and 4, they're going to have the BBC rewards given as well. So that's even more mad gains for the 9-inch sacrifices. And then they're going to open up, I think it is on the beginning of day 5, the other pools, which is kind of cool. Now, we're Paul Pleb and Pulse Dodge. Probably those going to play out and somewhere in that order. I guess if you've got 9-inch, you'll be able to participate straight away. But these will potentially have incentives, BBC incentives, maybe day 3 or something. We'll see how they organize that. And this could do pretty well. So we've got Paul Pleb. These are all part of the founders team. So we've got Paul Pleb, Pulse Dodge, a 9-inch, and BBC, the incentive token. Those are the 4 that are part of the team. So they're going to get supported. And we've got Paul Pleb at the moment is at 1340. It is up 4.6%. So nice little run here again. We had our first run with the sacrifice. And then, of course, we've got the second run going. And will it have a mega run? Definitely a good chance it will with the old BBC incentives there on Paul Pleb. Moving us to Pulse Dodge. We've got Pulse Dodge. Actually, that's the wrong pair. Let me find Pulse Dodge that I'm after, the big pair here. It's at the bottom, actually. It's down 3.6%. But this is Pulse Dodge. Kind of moving sideways, right? Kind of moving sideways, holding support, but maybe getting ready for that next big move as well. Now, as I say, there does seem to be some sort of bot or wash trading or something going on with these pairs, which is pretty interesting. Not sure what's causing that or who is causing that, but definitely in the play there. But nevertheless, if buying is greater than supply, selling, then obviously price goes up. And of course, these two have been indicated that they'll be both supported as founding tokens on the old 9-inch. Now, what's it? Hexy Bastard says that the reason for the 9-inch is to support these meme coins, Paul Pleb and Pulse Dodge. So at least that's part of it, right? So we look forward to that. So interesting. See how that goes. Now we've got some big news. So that leads us on into the Pulsechain projects. So just to wrap up the Pulsechain project, we've got lots of big news out, man. It's crazy time. And of course, the best performer at the moment, Time Token at 22%. We've got Texan Token up 16% at the moment. These got pretty small liquidity pools, these particular ones. But PUX there with the biggest pool, 334K. That is up 5.6 at the moment. For Daytona is up, so that's pretty cool. Daytona dominating there on the old price moves. Let's have a look at Daytona on the liquidity and see where that is at the moment. Yeah, nice little comeback for the old Daytona after having its first couple of rallies and looking better there. Pretty good, actually. Higher lows, right? And of course, at the moment, seems to have settled here around 20 cents for the old Daytona one there. Remember, we've got three main sort of dexes out at the moment. We've got this Daytona, we've got PHUX, which is a forward balancer, and we've got, what's the third one? Pulse rate out there. I'm not sure what Pulse rate's done. What has it done today? Pulse rate down the bottom today. So it's having some profits taking after being up the last couple of days. All right, that leads us into the big news, though. Let's get into it. Power City. Woo! Bring on a month number 3 and month number 4 because we've got the big heavyweights coming to town. And, of course, Power City gave us an update. And, of course, the latest update here on Twitter. PortalX.swap, of course, is available on mainnet since April 2023 on Ethereum. And, of course, while the Pulsechain cross there, while the Pulsechain cross swap route through ChangeNow is live, so they've obviously got they bring on all these powerful partners to Pulsechain. So a big shout out to Power City team. This is really needed, and these guys are real leaders in the space. Not only they're one of what I call our top 3 DeFis. Top 3 DeFis for me are Power City, Liquid Loans, and the PH team or ecosystem. And if you want just clarity, and of course Power City are giving us a big update. We're expecting these to launch in month 3 and 4. While the Pulsechain cross-chain swap route through ChangeNow is live, we are still working to connect this route to an on-chain swap on both the source and target chains. Once implemented, it will allow swapping between any of the tokens supported on Pulsechain via Portal X. And of course, if you haven't used Portal X, it's super easy to cross-chain and super DEX aggregator. Very, very cool. The on-chain DEX aggregation for Pulsechain is also coming very soon to allow not only swaps of PulseX V1 and V2, which you can actually do on, I think, on Internet Money, but without the super DEX aggregation, they do support that on Internet Money Wallet, but also on Uniswap V2 and V3 as well. SushiSwap forked over from Ethereum. More DEXs, bridges, and changes will be added over time. I mean, it really is amazing one place there for X, and it's good to be able to add more tokens, right? Because at the moment you can like do Ethereum to Pulsechain, but you want to do Ethereum to something else or something, they need to add the other tokens. That's what they look like they're doing to allow all of those to open up. So you won't just have to just get Pulsechain, you'll be able to get a lot of your other favorite stuff on Pulsechain there just by migrating from another chain to Pulsechain. So that is really the holy grail there. But at the moment, you can get Pulse, which is kind of cool. Core update, of course, the core, if you sacrifice for Power City, the core product is where you stake your Watt token when you get it airdropped. And that's where you earn the sweet Pulse fees from all these different protocols that Power City are running. So the core.powercity.io is available since mid-April 2023 on the Pulsechain testnet. Excuse me. Staking rewards on testnet have been manually processed up till now, but core will soon be connected to Earn protocol, and we're looking forward to Earn protocol. That's going to be even more bullish for PulseX. So we talk about single-side staking pools, but we've got all these protocols coming, and of course, Earn protocol in particular will be supply syncing a lot of PulseX. We'll have the big buy and burn but we'll have this single-sided staking, but we'll probably have this beautiful, beautiful amount of PulseX being staked on the Earn protocol, and of course issue their new stablecoin based on PulseX, the PXDC. So PXDC stable, that's going to be there as well. So yeah, a core will soon be connected to the Earn protocol, the fork of Liquidity based collateralizing PulseX, and of course bring us a new stablecoin and new earning features there as well, obviously. And of course the amplifier as well, the amplifier product running on testnet this summer. Sounds like a movie, running on testnet this summer. Go to your nearest movie theaters. We've got the core front end is also being rewritten to support the required wallet v2 upgrade as well. Now we've also got the Earn protocol. The earn.powercity.io is available since May of 2023 on Pulsechain testnet. Updated pricing source contracts are being developed to utilize upcoming Fetch Oracle network. So they will be primarily using the Fetch Oracle network, which is decentralized Oracle from Liquid Loans. So Liquid Loans is setting this up, and it's pretty much like a white label of the Tala Oracle. And of course, this will also have Tala. You'll have Fetch reporters, so you'll be able to actually. This is kind of a niche income earner for those that are going to be providing Oracle services through this decentralized Oracle. So that's kind of cool. So we've got PowerCity and Liquid Loans are using that. But PowerCity is also going to be using, so they've got some centralized pricing data as well they're going to be utilizing for the Earn protocol also, which is their fork of liquidity. As a price source, along with a weighted average multi-pool, PulseX pools as a fallback source. Now remember, these guys are using half an hour time-weighted average prices in case there's any wicks in the candles so that people don't get liquidated that are near the liquidation threshold, which I believe is 150%. Or so. So yeah, that's important to know. The new LP staking contract is being tested to allow early liquidity providers for PXDC. That's this new stablecoin to stake the LP for Earn token rewards in the first few weeks after launch. Beautiful, beautiful. A new LP staking contract is being tested to allow early liquidity providers for PXDC to stake the LP that's liquid and for Earn token rewards. So Liquid Loans is doing this too, right? So they're both going to be incentivizing their LP to get big, fat, juicy LP. And for their stablecoin, it's going to be awesome. We're going to have two super amazing stablecoins on Pulsechain, native to the Pulsechain. We're not reliant on anyone turning off the keys or anything like that. And of course, they're going to be out there PXDC for PowerCity, Earn protocol, and of course, USDL for the Liquid Loans. Based on Pulse. And so that adds more features to Pulse and PulseX in terms of collateralization. It also adds new stable coins to the Pulsechain ecosystem. And of course, it also adds new earning opportunities for these as well as supply sinks. So for both Pulse and PulseX. So you win across the board. It's beautiful. I love it. I love it. Can you tell? I really love that. It really is cool. Amplify yield compounder. And this is very important as well. So particularly if you've been on chains like Polygon or other chains you've gotten, you know what these amplifiers are about. This is fantastic. And of course, the seventh wonder of the world, right? Compound interest. And of course, the amplifier yield compounder helps you with that, getting the maximum yield out of your investments. This automated front end to Earn protocol and Liquid Loans on Pulsechain is almost completed code audit and has already completed full internal testing. So that's well on its way. We have a fully working version running on top of Liquid Loans on Pulsechain testnet, but a version for Earn protocol is being adapted to accommodate the use of PLSX and Pulse for the collateral token. Beautiful. So we look forward to that. Getting those, getting your strategies in place, getting that compound auto compounding, that's going to really add to your yield return. Really is a big deal. So great from there. Finally, of course, we've talked about the big three DeFi protocols, ecosystems, which we've got Liquid Loans, PowerCity, and of course a PH ecosystem. We've also got the big four NFT marketplaces, and of course PowerCity is providing one of those, Pixel Park NFT marketplace. A fully operational marketplace is already running on private testnet. Explore NFTs on Pulsechain testnet using extensive search and filter functions. Fixed price and auction listings with bulk listings and purchasing all fully functional. Additional unique functions are still in development and will take time to complete. Pixel Park might not be the first one out of the gate, but it will be the last one standing on Pulsechain. Our current focus is on launching Core. This is their order of launch. Our current focus is on launching Core, Earn, and Amplifier. After that, Pixel Park will launch, and other big surprises we've been working on quietly. So I like that, and I also like the fact they ended with other big surprises we've been working on quietly as well. So big shout out to PowerCity, amazing team, and of course you can contact them on the old Twitter but they're also on Power City on the Discord as well. So let me post that Discord link there. If you, oh, that's the wrong one. I posted InvestDex, but hey, that's not bad. Let me just copy this again and post the old Power City. That's on Telegram, so you can check out that as well. Very, very cool. That's the old Power City. Bam, bam, bam. All right, so kind of cool. Huge news. Huge news. It's coming. It's all coming. The big stuff is coming. And, of course, that leads us on to Mintra. We've talked about Power City, Pixel Park, but we've got Mintra, one of the top 4 NFT marketplaces coming as well. And that's going to be amazing. So we've got Mintra provided a big update. Of course, they're on testnet. So everything is moving like they had their audits done. They're on testnet now. And so this is coming. And it does look amazing. Honestly, it looks fantastic. So they put out a big Twitter thread here as well. I have posted this in Discord, but you can definitely check this out. And so it is huge. Hey, look, it's what Archipelago says, mega stream today. It is, because we've got so much stuff coming out right now. The month 3 and 4 is going to be absolutely incredible for Pulsechain. It really is amazing. So that is Mintra there. This is, remember, by one of the top YouTubers in our space. Hasn't streamed a lot in the last year, but good old Gerardo there used to do a lot of TA and other stuff like that there. All right, so we've got Mintra homepage. Request, create, and explore NFTs, stake or burn mint. Explore drops, mints, sales, and auctions. Browse by volume, badges, metadata, and more. So you've got the cool little look there on the homepage. We're going to check it out. To be honest, we're going to be doing that. Very, very cool. 23,000 views already. Looking good. We've got browse homepage, highest volume collections, community collections like Pulse and Hex PFPs, DeFi NFTs, HSI, WhatsApp, and ZNFTs. So all the ones that are commonly used. Fork from Ethereum legacy NFTs, read disclaimer. So all the forked ones there as well. Pretty cool on that one. So it's nice. Explore all collections, filter by badges, Hex related. PFP, filter by marketplace status for sale or auction, sort by volume, ascending or descending. So we've got lots of cool features there as well. You can see, kind of cool. Number 4, browse a collection. Collection details, supply, royalty, floor, and volume. Filtered by traits, a grid view, row view, which is kind of cool. And you can see some of that there. What's this one here? We've got that there too. And we've got some more pictures. So kind of cool. Cool sorting stuff there for all those NFTs. This is all the NFTs from looks at it, so kind of cool. Collection filters, select and apply one or more individual trait filters, input range for integer and metadata, checkboxes for string and metadata. So we've got a couple of screenshots of examples here, Zen torrents, and you can sort different sorts there for the features as well. Kind of cool. What else we got going there? We got compare NFTs. So add up to 5 NFTs to your comparison drawer. Compare NFT metadata side by side. Compare NFT marketplace stats side by side. So they've got a couple of features on that too. Kind of cool. All right, so that is neat. What else we got going on there? Number 7, if a user does not own an unlisted NFT, all they can do is make an offer for that NFT. If a user owns an unlisted NFT, they can list it for sale, list it for auction, transfer it to another address, add it to the bulk listings drawer with other NFTs. So really heaps of functions in here. Pretty cool. Is that the Pulse Funks there? I think it looks maybe the Pulse Funks. I'm not sure. It kind of looks like the Pulse Funks. We've got listing NFTs for sale on or auction. Approve one or all NFTs in a collection to be traded. This is very powerful, the old collection side of it. Sales, input sales price, list for sale, auctions, initial auction price, choose auction end time, list for auction. Now, this is going to be very popular, man. This is going to be very popular indeed. So you're going to see a lot of these pop up. That's going to be huge. Kind of cool there on that. Bulk listings, of course. List multiple NFTs for sale or auction in one transaction. So we've got a couple of these listing all on at the same time. Very, very cool. So looking good there. And number 10, request new NFT collections, import contract address, include a short description, include an optional email address. They've got all those sort of details there that you can put in. Find a new collection so people can social media you. Number 11, mint PRC20 token. Check lead mintra.info for mint airdrop eligibility. View mint on PulseX V1, stake or burn the mint. So they've got more details around that. They got your stake in mint as well. Mint can be staked and unstaked at any time. 1/3 of all platform fees are automatically. This is very important. 1/3 of all platform fees are automatically allocated to mint stake yield. Mint stakers also receive PLS yield by the smart contract every 8,640 blocks, equivalent to 1 day of Pulsechain mainnet. So once a day, they're going to get your sweet, sweet Pulse yield. Beautiful people. After that, just sit back and relax, let the marketplace trade, and you just sit back and reap the rewards. Sounds pretty good to me. Mint buy and burn. 1/3 of all platform fees are automatically sent to buy and burn Mint on Pulsex V1. Users get a small 1% bounty to execute this function, track Mint supply and burns, which is pretty cool. So you can see all those details there with the buy and burn since launch, looking good. Mint burned over time, I like that. And buy and burn there, cool. I like, in fact, I like about Mintra is they've also put a lot of statistics around that you can easily follow. So yeah, free deploy. This looks really good. We'll be able to flag hacked NFTs. Thank you. Yes, this would be done via the report feature. Very nice. So it looks like they've thought of everything there. Congrats on this huge milestone there, says Pulse Dodge Elon. So nice stuff there. And of course, you go to the website, test Mintra Pro. You can play around on testnet v4 for Pulsechain. So definitely check that out. Really amazing. Sandy Beach says, I think Mintra staking will be awesome. It will indeed, which is pretty cool. And that is the testnet. If you want to go play around on Pulsechain testnet v4, you can see I'm on the wrong network. All I have to do is switch over to Pulsechain testnet v4. And I can play on there. Where is it? Where's testnet v4? There it is. Bam, look at this thing. Beautiful, right? Smartest NFT marketplace on chain, fee sharing NFT ecosystem. Beautiful. I love the green. It's different. I like the green's different. And look at that, highest volume. Look at some of these NFTs. They're going to be popular, man. Look at that. It looks so good. Community collections. You can see Zen Torrents. You can see X Funks there. Staker class. We are all SA Wattses. So if you're in the ICOSA community, you got Wattses. I know that Wookie will love that. Look at that. It's pretty awesome. Hex stake instances, HSIs are in there. Beautiful, man. Beautiful community protocols. Look at that. Jump on that and you can see all the details of the We Are All SA or what's the NFTs. Look at that. Beautiful. Well done. Beautiful. It actually is fantastic. A really lovely layout there. And kind of cool. You can go just scroll down through all the collections. DeFi collections. You've got all those legacy collections there. So these are the ones forked from Ethereum. So if you had, we always talk about PRC20s. These are the copies from Ethereum based on the 10th of May at 10:36 UTC time. But all the PRC 721s got copied over as well. And I guess 1155s as well. Those contracts on Ethereum, the NFT ones get copied over. So, and they're sitting here looking good. Good old doodle up there. We've got Bored Ape Yacht Club, lots of things. Other Deed, many popular ones that you've seen. Cool Cats, good old Cool Cats there. I mean, you can jump on one of these. Nice there. So pretty cool. Bring over the communities. Spread the word. This is what it's going to be about. Really is mass adoption coming to Pulsechain, PulseX, and of course these are the big things. We've got so much stuff coming in month 3 and month 4. Really cool. We've got sales here as well. Sales, auctions. I love it. Very cool. Nice one on that one. All right. It looks fantastic. Honestly, you got the explore page. I'm not going to go through all this now, but you got all the stuff here. Look at that. Drops, collections, auctions, and sales. You got create. This will be very popular, the create side. You got the create dashboard there. And of course, that's going to be very popular to deploy a new collection. They made it so easy. Some sites are really hard to deploy collections. This is so easy to do on here. Very cool. You got your staking, of course, if you've done the Mintra. You got your Mint tokens. You're about to stake that and earn. Pulse baby. Look at that. Woohoo! Earning the Pulse suite from the fees. You got the burn mechanism, of course, making Mint even more rare. So it's kind of cool. You're earning Pulse and it becomes more rare. That's great for price. You got your analytics page there as well. Overall analytics looking sweet. You got FAQ and, of course, on all the features. And, of course, you can request as well if you've got some issues there. Very cool. And, of course, you got your wallet details. Looking good. It's even got the revenue for how much Pulse you earn. Isn't that cool? You got how much Mint you've got and how much Pulse you've earned. And you can withdraw your Pulse as well. You can also view your profile and edit your profile. Very cool. Looks like they've thought of everything. So exciting times for the old Mintra. One of our top 4 NFT marketplaces. And maybe be one of the top 2 when it's all said and done. Maybe top 3. It's going to be fun to see. Beautiful. All right. So that is Mintra. And, of course, they put out some new tweets here, I think, as well. Coin Fabrica there. We have completed an audit for Mintra, greenest NFTs marketplace, which seeks to reduce the usual energy consumption, believes in green sustainable future of blockchains as well. So kind of cool. All right. I think they have some stuff down here for their contracts as well. Yeah, here's where they got the contracts, official contract address on testnet v4. So not live yet on mainnet, but done the audits, got the UI testing on testnet. And next up, well, I guess, will be the announcement of Pulsechain go live month 3, month 4, looking good. Maybe the first one out from the looks of it, right? Looks like they're certainly going to beat Power City from the looks of it. And of course, we know that How to Pulse got their NFT sacrifice. I think it's not sure if it's closed not yet or still open. May have to update that. And of course, we've also got another marketplace there out there as well. Just skips my mind, but that's out there too. So 4 of them up and running now. All right, that is the Mintra. So awesome news. And of course, we've got some new. This is hot off the press. So you haven't heard this anywhere. Should I talk about it? I think so. Let's do it. And of course, let's get into here. We've got BNB Pot here. We've talked about this, the world's first peer-to-peer crypto casino, but they've also done lots of other different helpful things to when Pulsechain launched, like the Pulsechain Faucet, giving away, was it 225 million Pulse to people to help to be able to trade on Pulsechain in the early days. And of course, they've done lots of other stuff there with the old Pulse buying as well on the markets to be able to buy Pulse before as well. So they've done quite a lot of helpful things, but they have got a new product coming out here. And of course, hopefully we're going to be able to talk about this because it looks like it's refreshing. Hopefully it hasn't lost my data. Was it this one here? Oh, here it is here. I don't know why I've got that. All right, we got this one. Oh, did I lose it? I did. I lost it. I just deleted it. Oh no, I just deleted it accidentally. That's terrible. I can't believe I did that. I thought it wasn't populating, but it was populating. So I actually might talk about this in a separate video with the images, but here we are. We're going to do a little brief here. I've missed the images off this rat bags. I deleted it off. Isn't it unbelievable? We got welcome to Terra. So this is a new token that's coming to market. Thank you, Richard Hart, TYRH there. There's a website coming soon. This is from the makers of BNB, a BNB pot there, the world's first peer-to-peer crypto casino. And of course, this is hot off the press. I don't know if anyone's talked about this at all. This is hot. And of course, it will burn. TYRH token will burn RH ecosystem tokens all day, every day. So TYR token will burn RH ecosystem tokens all day, every day. So another build on supply sync theme, a meme coin with actual utility. When you buy or sell TYRH, not launched yet, of course, a token contract randomly buys and burns one of the RH tokens, PLS, PLSX, Hex, and incentive token. So burn, baby, burn. Now, what can you do with TYRH when it does launch? This is from Jacob, from the founders of BNB Pot. What can you do with TYRH? You can stake your coins. You can claim other community coins. You can enter staking leagues, which look pretty amazing. I'm going to try and bring that page back up, but hopefully I probably lost it forever, but I'll probably do it in a different video. I've got snapshots of the images, which look amazing. You can get actually, I might pull them up manually. How about that? We'll do that manually. You can mint NFTs. You can get a sacrifice allocation for RH wallet, and you can support RH by burning his tokens. So lots of features coming for the TYRH. It is full of goodies there as well. Now, how can we find a better group of people than those who burn RH tokens on the chain? Whales might even notice. TYRH staker class can be used for airdrops, claims, or fair launch in the Pulsechain ecosystem. TYRH is 100% immutable and decentralized. No admin keys, no sacrifice, no pre-sale, no pre-mine, or LP tokens burned. How do you buy a TYRH? Well, you can't at the moment. It's not launched, but contract is coming soon. Website's coming soon. There is a hourglass type of feature to this in terms of the buying and burning. There's a buy slippage at the moment. So this I don't know if this is going to change, but at the moment it is 30% on the buy slippage, selling at the 12% on the sell slippage. So it's going to be interesting to see the ultimate meme utility burn coin for the Rich Art ecosystem from Jacob from the BNB Pop. But we've got some sneak peek views here. So let me see if I can actually pull that up. Let me see if I've still got that on the whiteboard. Let's see. Is it going to be blank? Fingers crossed, man. But let's go on this. Is it blank? Oh no, it's there. It's still there. Yeah. Thank you for the internet memory there. That's hilarious. All right, so this is the first one here. So this is the first page. So this is the home page. It's going to look like this, the website or the DApp, TYRH there. And of course, this is probably going to moon pretty hardcore on the old Pulsechain there. We've got burn at the top there. We've got the swap feature. We've got the FAQ. We've got the leaderboard and leagues. We've got NFT minting, which is coming as well. And of course, support RH ecosystem with TYRH. And of course, a meme coin with ecosystem, wide burns, and RH is going to make all the RH tokens more scarce. We got Pulse Burn there. We got Hex Burn, Pulse Hex Burn, and Incentive Burn. That is coming up there, so kind of cool. Now, there's the buy now. Now, obviously, it's got a kind of an hourglass approach to this buy and burn. We've got a sell slippage at 10% and a buy slippage at 30% at the moment. We'll see whether that changes or not. That is where it is at the moment. We've also got this little sneak peek here as well. Your TYRH burn stats. So if you're burning, it's going to give you a certain staker class. This one here is called Red Bull PP. So there, it's what you do with it that counts or something. And it's got the burn of different tokens that you've contributed to on that as well. You've got the staking, of course. There is staking for this token, and of course you've got your league. So the league here says Red Bull PP. You've got your stake that you have, your global stake percentage, and of course the liquid amount that you've got in the staked amount, and of course the minimum amount of tokens that you need to stake there. And it's got a similar to BNB pot there with the 50. But actually, BNB pot's 100 days. It's got a 55-day stake option there, but you can change that there as well. So 55-day fixed on the old staking there. That leads us into the staking leagues for this one for TYRH, and that is staking leagues. You can see this example is using Red Bull PP. It's got 12.5 million tokens staked there with 5.35% of this demo. There's a demo numbers here as well, but you can see different levels. We got Richard's brother is at the top of the staking leagues. That's hilarious. We got Louis Vuitton at number 2. We got Rolex number 3, 5555 Diamond is number 4. Then Red Bull PP. We got Billionaire Bidit. We got Top Hat, which Richard, obviously, if you know Richard's old video, he's got the old top hat there. We've got candlesticks as well for his candelabra thing in his castle. We've got Sci-Fi, of course, the Sci-Fi book. Then we've got Pre to Shift, and of course, the gold bug he's had fun debates with. We got Blocked as well because he blocks a lot of people, especially trolls on the Twitter. We've got Eric's balls here. Eric, of course, loves to beat the drum against Richard and Hex and things like that. So he's there. We've got Eric's balls. This is a family channel, but that is funny. You got to admit that's funny there. We also got Peter McCormick. We've got FTX customer and Penny Picker there. So we've got different ones in there. Pretty hilarious on that one. Is that it? I think that's a sneak peek there. I think we've got it all, have we? I think so. That is everything on the old sneak peek. So there we are. That is looking to come out. And so we'll see how that goes. That's pretty interesting. Burning RH, the supply things. We've got the buy and burn. We've got the EIP 1559 burn. We've had the Pulsechain team burn. And now it looks like we're going to have the ultimate meme RH burning token here as well. But pack full of really cool utilities and features in here, which will likely grow over time. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see this perform, which leads us on into the Hex Daily Stats. And I'll try and bring you more about that later on. The TY, you heard it here first from the looks of it. TYRH coming to a Pulsechain. We've got day 318 hot off the press. Hex there, 12th of July. We've got the price there at 00939, up 5.1%. Like a boss, we talked about that. The payout per T-share, 6.577 Hex per T-share. The share rate has actually jumped pretty decent, 18 to 28,165. Remember that in early August, this will jump probably about 400 or so Hex per T-share. That's the expectation. So earlier pays better than the old T-shares. And at the moment, because of the price of EX, you can pick up a lot of T-shares at the moment. So that's interesting. A little number there. Average mining length is 7.04 years. The APY rate there is 38.95%. We've got the liquidity in the pool. We're down from 184 million Hex down to 175. So that's good news. And of course, we've got more US dollars and more ETH in the pool on the buy side. So price up, price up. Change in T-shares, we're down 4,534, sitting at 9,901,000 on the old EHEX. Looking at the stake percentage of coins, 9.4% of all Hex is locked at the moment. 838,000 and Hex penalties at the moment, so not bad day. And of course, just remember that number, 838,000 on the EHEX side. Looking at the growth, liquidity, look, change in trend. Trend has changed. Liquidity holders are up. So we had the last 20 days, we had these down liquid holders of Hex. And then, of course, now we have seen a change, a reversal there, 3 days of numbers. Miners, however, is still trying to get that change. we've had up 10, 0, and 15. So that has really not changed yet. We did have a little bit of a chance there. So mine is at 120,334. Total holders up 104 to 576,003 on the old EHEX. But we've got Pulsechain too, and Pulsechain day 61 has finished. And of course, that's the 12th of July, 2023. We're now on day 62. And of course, we've got the price at 2.252 cents, down 5.2%. So EHEX was up and PHEX was down. And of course, the ratio had changed the game, right? We looked at that on the old ratio, and we could see that had been that upward trend for PX over EX had been dashed over the last day or so. So a bit of a change there. Our payout today is spectacular on PX. OMG, 7.524 Hex per T-share. Big penalties today. And, of course, a big old account. I think it was a shark account in staked its stake after stake after stake. I'm not sure whether it was compromised or some sort of strategic play for yield farming or something else. I do not know. But that definitely it was a big deal with those penalties. It is an increase of 0, though, on the share rate compared to EHEX. We're at 28,156. The average mine length has dropped down to 7 years, holding on to the old 7-year mark there with those big penalties ending, right? That's probably that whale impact and, of course, all that shark impact. APY, 44.26%. Take that to the bank. Highest of stakes, economists, look at that. That's pretty pow. Looking pretty amazing as well. And we got the change in T-shares up 5,783 is down. So we're down to 9,926,000. So what was that about? 27,000 T-shares difference from EHEX. Looking at the staking percentage, 9.48% of HEX is locked at the moment. The penalties today, look at that. Wow. 20,000, almost 20,000, man, oh man. That shark account got absolutely massacred on that chart account. Unbelievable. Look at that. And of course, look at that 20 million Hex. Woo-hoo-hoo! Hot doggity dog. And of course, that's pretty amazing for T-share holders. Liquid holders are down 6 to 330,925. Miners are up 14 to 122,671. Total holders up 106 to 571, 362. We're at the beginning of month 3, the very beginning of month 3 now. We're on day 1319 on EHEX, and day 62 has started on a PHEX there. And wow, what a day. What a payout on PHEX today. Pretty outstanding. That is a 2-hour mega live stream. Can you believe it? And let's quickly check Richard Hart, see if he's got any updates before we do. It does appear that Rack and Rochelle is still around with the highest of stakes as a producer. So hopefully we'll hear from him at some stage. But that is pretty much it. Nothing from Richard Hart today. But that is pretty cool. You guys loving this or what? Is this crazy? It's hot heating up. Is it heating up for Pulsechain? I really feel it is. It looks pretty amazing. Now let's leave it on the old what chart here? We'll leave it on the old EHEX today. That's down at 9,227. We were looking out for this to break out over that 1 cent mark, right? We got over the 009, and we want to get over that 1 cent mark, up and away on the old EHEX is my guess there at the moment. But there is Pulsechain at 0001083. Not too bad, not too shabby. All right, let's get into some of these final comments since I've been gas bagging the whole time. That's what I have to do. That's what you do. You have to gas bag all day because it's so much fun being on Pulsechain. Let me see at the top here. Did I create a new phrase? I say all these phrases on this channel, but I think pow was new. Pow was new there on the old channel. I'm pretty sure I haven't said pow before, but there we are. It came out. All right. Let me just jump up to the top here. Let's jump up here and let me go up the top here. Let me have a look up the top here. I'm just going up, scrolling. Got past all that. Go past that. We got JJ in the house. Good to see you. It's Superman. It is JJ. Good to see you as well. Richard says incentive for the win. Billy X says, I agree with you about not all signatures are malicious. I see you talking about that signature thing there, so we'll jump past all that. InvestDex is responding to those in the chat, which is nice. Sandy Beach says, be safe, everybody. You too, Sandy Beach. Big Kahuna as well in the house there with the meme coin. Phil Gobb is a meme of the Pulse Abides team. After TPA launches, you will be able to stake your Phil Gobb to get TPA. Interesting there, Bitcoiner. It's what else? Let me jump through some of this. Is Pulse Dodge PLSD? No. The Pulse Dodge is the Pulse Dodge coin, the original meme coin with all those little doggies. That's the different token from the PLSD, which is from the Hex Info founder, the one that Wolverine was talking about. What else there? PLD is different. Yeah, it's PLD. PLD is different. Yeah. What else we got there? Let's jump through some of that. Exciting times ahead, says Katie. Absolutely. Probably says good info today. Thank you. You're welcome. What else there? Austin is sold out, by the way, for the highest of stakes. That's what we want to do. Sell out all 25 and get a lot more. That will get us up into the box office listing. We can do that. I did reach out to the box office yesterday, tweeting out to them. Mega stream today. It certainly was a mega stream as well. The director's cut. So yeah, the directors of the highest of stakes are going to be on Rags to Riches and Crypto Heartbeat. So I think those are coming up. I don't think they're on yet. So they're definitely coming up on both of those two. I think they're going to do 2 streamers a week. I think is what they're going to do. That's what was indicated by good old Kinetics, which is pretty cool. I think the Mitra staking will be awesome, says Sandy Beach. I think so too. Looks pretty amazing. Gentleman says, really enjoyed the special guest live stream today. Thank you, Superman. Hey, you're welcome, gentlemen. Appreciate that. How come Wats's don't have artwork yet, says Bruce. I guess you're talking about the Mitra there. What else there? Can't wait for PulsePot to launch on Pulsechain. Yeah, that's going to be coming up too. That's actually not too far away. I think that's like another 2 things away from on their roadmap. We looked at their roadmap. It's not too far away as well. Jump there. Rat bags. Yeah, that's something I say, I think, isn't it? Rat bags. Next time, epic stream and news today. Yeah. We jump through all these comments. Acapella says, I wish the internet money wallet would shuffle the burn of RH tokens like this. Yeah, that'd be kind of cool. Yeah. Shuffle or allow users to select which to burn from the RH set. Yeah, that'd be nice, actually. Good. Well, get that feedback to KG. He's pretty open to that stuff. Definitely get in there. That's for sure. What else we got down here? Sandy says, I think RH brother follows me on Twitter. Yeah, if that's the real brother. Yeah. Hey, we got Archipelago in the house there with a $10 super sticker. Thank you very much, Archipelago, as always. Here's a latte for a job well done today. Actually, that's where I'm going. I'm going for an hour and quarter walk today. It's going to be walk number 8. And I couldn't walk yesterday because I had a big visitor after the live stream. Yeah, I'll be walking today, day number 8, and inspired by Sandy Beach, who gives health updates every day on Twitter. So kind of cool. I'll be a bit late today because obviously I'm doing a super long live stream at the moment, but I'll get there. Rizalji says, did you see Sammy's tweet about V2 pools on Pulsex? Yeah, I think I talked about that earlier, didn't I, Briz? Pretty sure I talked about that with the corrections on the old Pulsex pools. Yeah, I talked about all that. Yeah, we had been manually doing that to get the right yields. What else? Jump through some of those comments. Jump through all that. Jump through those comments. Just jump through heaps of comments there. Wow, great work, says Katie. Hey, you're welcome. Jump through all that. Gas bagging, yeah, chatting away, just yakking. But we're getting there. We're getting there. I've got a big video to finish off the live stream that we're going to talk about. Sandy says, no highest stakes near me. Boo. But you can request it, Sandy Beach. Apparently, if they sell out these 25, they're going to do more, and you can get one near. Maybe near Charlotte or somewhere, wherever the closest place is to you. Definitely possible. Awesome. Hex Token says Sandy Beach, indeed, with the health there, day number 8. All right, we're going to play out the video of Kinetics, giving us the rundown of phase 2 with the streaming, the OTTs, the Hulus, the Netflixes, and of course, if you haven't seen on the highest stakes, actually, let's bring that up. I'm going to take this off a second. Let's bring up the highest stakes because that's something I wanted to talk about before we play the video. Let's go to the highest stakes and pull up their latest update because they did some really cool updates. And we're going to talk about that with their Twitter there. Here, I want to talk about this. Have I done that one? You have, yeah. All right, let's talk about highest stakes because this is a really big deal. So let's pull this in. Bam. All right, so they put this out 10 hours ago. Billboard is now up in Miami. It gets about 250,000 target impressions weekly from those 18 plus. Isn't that amazing? That's huge. If anybody is in the area and can take photos, videos, send it to us. We love to share more high quality references with you all. And of course, there's the location 395 XPY. I guess it's the highway in south there. You can check it out. So yeah, that's definitely amazing. And of course, look at that. Bam, look at that. Amazing. That's a big billboard there. And the quality, like I say, they need a bit of quality picture. I'll post that link to the tweet there in the house there as well for the highest of stakes. And you can check out that latest posting. But big deal. This is a big deal. I would suggest getting everybody out, selling out all these movie theaters, and of course, getting new movie theaters set up in different areas, selling those out before the 4th of August, before we launch the movie. And then, of course, if we can get that sold out, if we can get good box office turnover, that will get ranked up in the box office. The streamers will gain attention. The market will gain attention to that. The entertainment channels will take attention to that. What the heck is this highest of stakes and all that good stuff. So it's all an amazing thing to push forward as we head up to the 4th and 5th of August for the premiere in those 25 plus theaters. So definitely well worth getting on. Spread the word, folks. That's the best thing you can do there as well. So they're also going to be, like I said earlier, the highest of stakes is going to be coming up there with Rags to Riches and Crypto Heartbeat. So that's coming up there. Join Grant and Patrick, the co-directors of the highest stakes, on their first stream since the launch of the highest stakes. And of course, that's kind of cool. They've got their first one here, Rags to Riches. He's going to be on there. Pretty cool. I watched a little premiere of that at the end of Crypto Heartbeat's session yesterday on his crypto channel. And of course, that is Crypto Heartbeat. So it's kind of cool as well. So you can watch those. I'll post the links to these guys. Or I'll post the link to the Twitter there. You can go jump on these channels to follow those. Pretty cool. Now, the video I was going to play is from Kinetics. This was insiders. People asking, what about the streamers? We've got the movie box offices. Yeah, and that's fantastic. But what about streamers? And of course, this was provided by Kinetics that I got off Crypto Heartbeat's video yesterday. And I posted it on this channel. So check this out. It's really, really cool.
Community, I'm probably not supposed to say anything. So exclusive content on Crypto Heartbeat's channel only. I'm probably not supposed to say anything, but as far as the negotiations for OTTs, we've only received one no. Everyone's liked it so far. They're just, with the market and their stock prices taking a hit, they've been very chintzy on what they're willing to spend money on to release on their platforms. The other side of things is that the streaming company that did tell us no, they had good reason for it. They said, we believe that this is going to compete with something else that we're putting out. Yep. And to me, I thought, no way, it would just compound it, but hey, that's okay. So what we are doing right now is we are, like I said, no one said no. We've had some discussions that I think with a theatrical release that goes semi-viral to some degree, the PR push, what I think would push the negotiations over the top, because there's a lot of things to negotiate. It's not just a matter of what is the price and how long will you show it, but we want front page coverage on this when people log in. We want them to throw a marketing budget behind it. We want them to show it internationally in more than one geographic location. So there's a lot of different moving parts when it comes to negotiating these deals. So one thing that we're doing right now is there is a very, very prominent billboard in LA outside the headquarters of one very, very well-known, if some might say it's the #1 streaming company out there. And we would love to raise $10,000 from 10 individuals to rent that billboard out for a whole month right outside their headquarters with the highest of stakes right out there on the billboard. So if anyone is interested in doing that, reach out to me personally and I will help you get coordinated with that.
Well, and I know somebody in this that watches the stream would be honored to do that. So thank you for giving that opportunity. And that's huge, right?
Yeah,
placement is so important. So
yes, and I do want to say Alex from Hedron is already committed that he would be willing to help out. So and I'm probably not supposed to say that out loud, but he's been pretty good. Every time I'm like, I'm not sure I should release it, and then I talk to him, he's like, yeah, that's fine. So I'm just going to assume in this case that he gave me the okay.
All right, so that was the big drop from Kinetics there. which is really great. So that's fantastic, right? So great stuff from them, and looking good. So excited about where that's heading. Very, very cool. So we've got the big movie theaters trying to tag these streamers and influence the streaming OTTs like the Netflixes and the Hulus of the world. So onwards and upwards for that. Nice little update. All right, we're going to finish the live stream. And of course, there it is, Archipelago. Here's a latte for a job well done today. It is 2 hours and 10 minutes. It's time for me to go for my hour and a quarter walk, and I'll go get a latte on the way, halfway. How about that? It's kind of a good balance. I hope you guys enjoyed today's amazing show, because it has been amazing. We've covered some incredible stuff coming to Pulsechain. We've got InvestDex. We have the founder on with that amazing site, the best portfolio site out there at the moment on Pulsechain. And of course, we've covered Mintra coming. Mintra on testnet is coming, one of the top 4 NFT protocols. Amazing, bigger influencer running that too with the old Gerardo. We got BNB Pot there with Jacob, with one of the most talented devs out there, bringing us a super meme coin with utility to burn, baby burn RH tokens, making it even more scarce and bringing a lot of utility to that. So it's going to be a lot of fun to see that play out and evolve. And then, of course, we've also looked at the Powers-City update, which has been incredible. It has all coming. The big players are coming to Pulsechain. And, of course, that means more transactions, more EIP 155 burn, more buy and burn, more Pulse divs, more PulseX divs, more everything divs. It's pretty awesome. We're looking forward to it. And, of course, the NFT markets are coming too. The PRC 21s are going to become alive on the old Pulsechain. We've talked about Pulse Punks and Pulse Funks and other ones like that, but they're going to have big places to trade. And it's going to be a lot of fun. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Catch you guys tomorrow. Take care, everybody, and I will see you next time. Let's play out some fun music on the way up, because you know we like to rock and roll. We like to dance, as we say. All right, take care. Bye for now. Peace out.
Wearing my $3,000 Valentino Rockstud purse, my $3,000 Prada jacket, $2,000 Prada shirt, $2,000 or $3,000 Prada pants, Prada glasses, Prada hat, Prada bracelet, and it's all Prada shirt, Prada hat, Prada glasses, Prada pants, and it's all nylon, so the haters' tears fall right off. Prada shirt, Prada hat, Prada glasses, Prada pants, and it's all nylon, so the haters' tears fall right off.
Lil Bubble, let me ride that rocket.